But aren't they one and the same? You know,
which is?
your body, that they store in your body.
Well, they don't store it, they express it.
Okay.
There's a major difference. When you say your body has it, or does your mind have it and makes it real in the body? You see, there's a big difference in that. My body makes me feel bad, rather than my unconscious mind is making it real in the body. This is it. This is a servant. Because see, a lot of people look at the body as its own entity outside of this, the unconscious. Am I making sense? Not to you, though. Right. Because see, by the way, if you don't get this one piece, if you separate the body and the body is an honest expression of your unconscious. Your body is a servant to the mind. That means in your mind you can think something, your body speaks. Now your mind will have trauma. It will express the trauma through the body. The body is a sounding board to the unconscious. It follows it. Again, the body doesn't do it to you. But see, here's the deal. Let me explain this, because this is very, very important. If I can find me a marker. They're everywhere. All right. So, and this is where the big problem is that with people. So here it is. Here is our diagram of now, right? Right now is an expression of all the years of experiences. Here's you now. Okay? Most people operate this way. They don't know this way. They don't know how their mind works. So here you are, you're walking through life, all of a sudden something happens and you feel bad. Right here in your body. What are you going to say? My body feels bad. I'm having an emotional trauma. I'm having a panic attack. What's wrong with my body? Because see, there is no link and understanding of the unconscious. Since they don't know the mind, they look at what catches their conscious attention. What catches their conscious attention? Feelings, emotions, sensations, or you can call it energies or dynamics or something. You say, I feel something unpleasant. The unpleasant feeling is a direct communication of the unconscious to the body, and the body catches your conscious attention. Am I making sense? But the servant is the body to the unconscious. Now, of course, when we go and I because I'm part of the energy groups as well, and I say, and they have said, listen, it's too complex here. Stay here. They say, follow your heart. Now, here's the weird thing about your heart. Your heart expresses what the unconscious holds. And there's really a conflict between the heart and the mind. But the problem with their mind and their heart, they don't understand the two pieces. Because say, for example, in your mind, you have a picture. An unpleasant picture. And in your heart has a different feeling. Now we have a conflict, or your body has a conflict. So I don't want to follow my mind, and the only reason why they don't want to follow their mind, they see a picture in their mind of unpleasantness. But the picture of unpleasantness comes from the unconscious and its resources. Now we have a conflict. My mind, I don't trust my mind because it gives me bad pictures. But even they don't even understand why they have bad pictures. And so now they'll say, follow your heart. Well, the problem is with your heart will thump and make you feel crazy when you can just say it's okay to speak up and say nice things for yourself. Because the conflict is in the unconscious data and the resources of mom, dad, my experiences as a child, all this here, and all we do is we see a picture that makes us want to run and scream and go crazy. Not knowing that we can change the pictures. But if you're ignorant of your unconscious, you'll always have this problem. That's where the biggest problem is. And by the way, remember, the experts who spent years and years in university don't understand this one. That's why they still give you drugs. That's still why they're trying to do all kinds of different therapies, and it takes forever, and that's why you have diagnoses, but they don't know how to change the diagnoses. And these are good people. I'm not dissing them. I'm just trying to be honest with you. So if you don't know how the mechanics of this, and by the way, you're learning the mechanics of mental processing of information. You change this, you affect this. Now here's the bizarreness of it. Remember, since the unconscious is a metaphoric expressor, it will metaphorically give you feelings that represents experiences of your childhood. Consciously, you have no idea why you're feeling this way. But guess who does? The unconscious. If you don't know how the unconscious works, guess what you won't be working with? Because if you can't change the battery out of your computer and you have no training in it, guess what you can't do? Until you get training. And that's what you're getting here. The unconscious is the system to know. And that's what we're giving you. That's why there's a big battle here. And of course, when you start asking people, what are you doing inside your mind? What are you seeing? How are you processing this? Then you can say, oh, I know what you're doing now because I understand how it works.
Sorry, can you just explain the feeling, that feeling subconscious and conscious again, the connection? At the very beginning you explained it and then you went through everything else.
Okay, so
what's the first thing that happens? You have a feeling? Or you see something?
Okay, let's think about it. You know nothing about your brain.
Right.
You know nothing about your pictures, sounds, feelings, images, nothing about this. So you're walking down life, all of a sudden you're in a situation and you feel like you're going to have a panic attack.
Okay.
All right, first of all, you have a feeling.
Right.
You feel it in your body. It catches whose attention? Your conscious attention.
Got it.
I've got a problem right here.
Right, okay.
All right, where did this problem come from? Did it come from this situation here? Or is it actually recordings that your unconscious mind knows?
Right.
It happens to the time when you were 5 years old and they rolled you up in carpet and they put you in the trunk. Or the time that they locked you in the closet and they yelled at you. But see, consciously, you don't remember that because if you did remember it, you'd be crazy anyway.
So the subconscious is actually it's the first thing that's triggered. You see something, the subconscious pulls the memory, then the conscious goes, oh.
Well, wait. Subconsciously, it's in a situation that it knows the scenarios, it knows smells, tastes, and everything. You walk in, it triggers it, you feel it here, then you go, oh, I'm going to die, something bad's going to happen, and yet it's built not from this one right here, but from all the histories.
Yeah, got that.
The unconscious will beat your heart faster, and you don't even know why you're beating faster.
Yeah.
Because it smells something, sees something, or somebody looks kind of like somebody you know, or something stirs your unconscious up. The unconscious goes to the body, scream! And you go, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah.
You see the difference? Because, first of all, they don't know how to work with the unconscious. We didn't know how to work with the unconscious until you figured out how to work with it.
Is the term subconscious and unconscious synonymous?
They're the same word, spelled differently. Yeah. All right, so does this make sense consciously for you guys? Because see, you have to understand, the unconscious is trying to keep you in alignment with its knowings. It's keeping in alignment with its programs. It's keeping in alignment of the stuff that has happened to you, and it makes you do weird things, and it doesn't make sense to you logically. Because it links things together beyond your conscious awareness, and you don't even know it until the bell rings and you're slobbering.
I don't know if you want to go into this right now or not, but so the unconscious, something triggers the unconscious, but there's absolutely no memory because it's like from...
Well, there is, again, consciously no memory or unconsciously? Unconsciously there is. Consciously there may not be.
Okay.
So there's two ball games here. Your consciousness is not smart. Your
Okay.
conscious is controlled by the unconscious, but you can consciously take control of the unconscious once you know how the unconscious works.
But if you don't know what it's associated with at all.
Consciously you don't.
Okay.
It
But if
knows.
you get into the subconscious deep enough, you will know what it is.
You can find out.
Find out what it is.
But you have to be smarter than you are now.
Thank you.
There are processes. It is unconscious, and it's unconscious memories. But by the way, guys, yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday you mentioned numb and dumb.
Yeah,
If you could touch on that while we're talking about this a little bit.
Yeah, because numb and dumb, again, you have to understand, now we have what you call a natural processing of information. One, we fight. We consciously know, and we do to survive. The second one is numb and dumb. You go in trance, they beat you up, the car hits you, you wake up, it's all over, you don't remember anything. Some people have developed this great skill to survive beatings, abuses, traumas, all kinds of things. So again, we go numb and dumb. How many of you have seen somebody and you just see they're in shock? They're not even there. But the unconscious is still recording. After it's all over with, they shook it off, and then all of a sudden they don't remember what happened and they're okay. There was 2 girls. Both of them were almost raped and killed by the same people. They tried to kill them both. But they weren't very good at killing, but they were good at raping. All right, so now one of them is in an insane asylum, and the other one doesn't remember anything. One of them had full memory, and the other one didn't. One of them zapped out, one of them stayed in. All right, the difference is one of them figured out how to survive. Now, is that information still there? Absolutely. There was a lady who went to a party at 17 years old. At 17 years old, she went to the party. She remembered going to the party, and she woke up. Her panties were off. She put her panties on and went back home. She has no memory between point A and point B. But when she goes out to parties and she drinks too much, she don't remember what happened, but all her friends tell her how crazy she was acting sexually. The unconscious has the programs. Consciously, you don't remember. People have developed the art of not feeling because it was safer not to feel. Just realize this. So we're dealing with something big and talented and very smart, and that's the unconscious. This process that you're using will tell the unconscious to work on our behalf. You got it? All right, so let's go back to point where we're going. Peace. Thank you for that question. It's a good one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to break in groups of 2. And all you're going to do is you're going to do this 5 times and tap as you do it.